So a year ago, I had Congressman Ruben Gallego on my podcast to talk about the importance of Arizona in the U.S. Senate race and how he was hoping to make the move from congressman to senator to best represent the people. At the time, Ruben was planning on running against the sitting senator of Arizona, the self-dealing former Democrat Kristen Sinema. But now he's running against the arguably worse failed gubernatorial candidate and MAGA darling Kari Lake. The bottom line is control of the U.S. Senate is literally up for grabs, and the Republicans have a far easier path to regain power than Democrats have to hold on to it. It's what's called a bad map, and it's going to take all of our collective efforts to come out with a good result. If we look around the country right now, we can see what happens when this version of the Republican Party gets power. People are literally being stripped of their rights. Women have lost bodily autonomy. We have contraception on the line, IVF on the line. Republicans from the federal level to the local level are engaging in election suppression and interference while continuing to perpetuate the big lie. We even have sitting senators and congressmen hanging around in a courtroom in New York shilling for the criminally indicted former president. This is an insane time in American politics, and we have to be incredibly diligent about putting sane and serious people in office to stop the craziness. Which is why I'm talking about Ruben Gallego. As I said, Ruben is the Democrat running for Senate in Arizona against the self-described Trump and heels Kari Lake. Kari Lake is an extremist. She's an insurrectionist, an anti-choice sellout. She still claims she won the governor's race that she lost 2 years ago. After the Arizona Supreme Court allowed an 1864 abortion ban to take effect, Kari Lake was quoted saying that the sheriffs would have to be out there enforcing it. She was literally pitching law enforcement rounding up and jailing women for necessary health care. Kari Lake is mean, and she is vicious, and an absolute guaranteed vote for the most extreme legislation Republicans could ever come up with. So it is absolutely essential that she never get anywhere near the Senate. But despite the fact that Kari Lake is bankrolled by the worst people in America, the worst corporate interests, the worst extremists, and has already secured $10 million for TV ads, what Ruben Gallego stands for is just more popular. But he cannot compete if he doesn't have the money. That's just how it works. Being the better candidate is not enough in 2024. You need to fight back financially because the richest people and corporations are looking out for themselves and throwing money hand over fist at Republican candidates who will take care of them. So we need to do the same. We need to take care of the candidates who will take care of us. We simply can't afford to give these extremists control of the Senate because too much is on the line. If you want to know more about Ruben, please go to the Politics Girl podcast and listen to our conversation from March 7th, 2023. But if stopping Kari Lake and Republican control is enough for you, then support this congressman and veteran and father today. I've included a link here and in my bio to make it as easy as possible for you to pitch in, because we can't afford to sit on a single Senate race. But turnout in Arizona is going to be so key. Imagine the horror of Senator Kari Lake. She would take all of our rights and publicly preen while doing it, and we simply can't allow that. Support Ruben Gallego. He can stop her if we help him. Check the link.